And I know right now, 90% of the people that can hear my voice, I'm sure, are breaking some kind of commandment, or have recently broken some kind of commandment, or will recently break some kind of commandment. And 90 is being generous. I just gave a whole 10% of the listening audience the benefit of the doubt that they might be perfect. What's up? What's up?
So all of the brothers said, you know how it says we gotta gather ourselves together, right?
Come on.
How come every camp goes against each other though?
Every camp don't go against each other.
Most of them, IUPK, I know IUPK, IUIC, GSM, Sikari, they're always talking back and forth about they're teaching false doctrine, this teaching, because like all the camps tell me to join in, right? But it's like they're always talking back and forth against each other. Why?
Well, here's the thing, right? Let me give you an example. Just a few weeks ago, us up here, we took a trip out to Atlanta, right? The Hebrew Summit, right? You saw it? Right? There were several camps there. We gathered together in peace and unity and love. Even though we don't necessarily agree on each individual thing. How you doing, sister?
I'm doing fucking quite well. How are you?
I'm well.
Awesome. What are you speaking?
What am I speaking? I'm speaking, thus saith the Lord. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
No, but you paused quite long.
Well, I was waiting for you to say something.
Because you're wondering.
I'm sorry?
Who's the Lord?
Who's the Lord? That's an excellent question. The Lord that I'm referring to is the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
No. There's your Lord, your Lord, your Lord, and your Lord. Everyone's Lord is completely fucking different.
That's false. That's false.
Okay.
We all believe in the same God here. What's that? Oh, just give us a little space, please.
You know, I'm just.
Wait, you want to shake hands? I'll shake your hand. I'll shake your hand.
Everyone believes in something different. I believe in a higher power.
Based on what?
Like I said, everyone has a different Lord.
Well, who's your Lord?
I don't know.
You don't know. How is he your Lord if you don't know?
No. That's what I'm saying though. You don't have to know the Lord.
So you don't? Does your Lord have a name? Well, just give us some space. Just give us some space.
My Lord doesn't have a name.
Your Lord doesn't have a name.
I do believe in a higher power. There's something higher than us.
Okay.
Whether it be a different galaxy or a different anything.
Okay. Well, let me.
No, I don't have a name for my Lord though.
Okay. Well, let me illustrate something to you real quick. Right?
Okay.
What's the name of your Lord? What's the name of your Lord?
Yahweh.
I serve Yahweh. What's the name of your Lord?
Yahweh.
What's the name of your Lord?
Yahweh.
What's the name of your Lord? What's the name of your Lord?
Yahweh.
What's the name of your Lord?
Yahweh.
What's the name of your Lord?
Yahweh.
We all say the same Lord up here. I asked you. Okay. What's the name of your Lord?
What's the name of your Lord?
What's the name of your Lord?
This flower. This flower is my fucking Lord.
The flower is your Lord.
Yes, no, because.
Why would you worship a flower?
Why would you
We're teaching the Bible.
Because there's one creator. The flower didn't create you.
Hold on, who created you?
Yahweh created me. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
How did that work out?
How did what work out? It worked out great. I'm here. He created me.
I'm also here, and also this flower.
That's right. And he created you and that flower too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This flower is my Lord.
Why do you serve the creation and not the creator?
You can't sit here and tell me that there's a creator.
I can. You just said there was a creator.
So tell me how your creator came about when you created us.
He always was.
No, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit?
No, yeah. So how did it work? How did it work out?
How did what work out?
How did it start? And how did he create you?
How did what start?
How did Homeboy start and create you?
How did he create me?
You are literally sitting there and praising to this motherfucker. Tell me how it happened.
Whose mother has he had sex with? You don't even know who he is, and you're just accusing him of having sex with people's mothers?
No, I'm not saying.
You just called him a motherfucker. Don't you know what that means? First of all, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wish you would stop doing that.
You're deflecting the fucking question, though.
I'm trying to understand your question. Ask me again.
So who do you praise again?
I praise the Most High God.
And who is that again?
His name is Yahweh.
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 Yes. What's your nationality, if you don't mind me asking?
How about you answer my question real quick, and I'll tell you that afterwards.
I just did answer your question. You asked me who my Lord was, and I told you.
Yahweh. What is his background?
What is his background? He's the creator of all things.
So what's the...
That's fucking...
So do you guys believe
fucking naive. That's like me saying that this flower is my fucking creator.
You just did.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. No, I literally said that. I literally said that.
Yeah. But we can make more of those.
No,
We can make more of those.
I'm trying to ask you right now.
And that came from a seed. I know where that came from.
I'm legitimately just asking you, informational-wise.
Okay.
Give me some.
Well, you said that there was a creator. Who do you believe is the creator, and where did that creator come from?
No, that's exactly what I just asked you right
And
now.
I answered that to the best of my ability. So I didn't answer to the best of my ability. You might not accept my answer.
I'm gonna step back.
Okay, thank you. You might not accept my.
Hey, who is homeboy?
Who is homeboy? I told you his name already.
Yeah, but I want to know how did he create everything?
How did he create everything? He spoke it into existence. Is that good enough?
So clearly it's not good.
Are you guys together? Are you guys a couple?
We're not. We're just friends.
Well, he said yeah. You just said no.
You're still deflecting right
Okay.
now.
Well, I just don't want to disrespect him because I felt like I was holding your hand for an extended period of time. And if you're his, if you're, look, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with holding your hand. I would rather that not be in my head. Just put it in my hand. Put it in my hand. You'll keep it? Okay. Who's homeboy? Where did he come? He didn't come from anywhere. He always was. His name literally means he exists. He is the self-existing one. He's a self-existing one.
So what about, so there's no Jesus, no Yeshua?
Of course there's a Jesus. What's Jesus' name? In Hebrew it's Yahushua, but most people understand it as Jesus because that's how it's rendered in English.
So like, Yeshua.
Yeshua is modern Hebrew. He existed before that variation of the language came about.
You got verses over here?
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy. The guy that you're talking about in the Bible called Jesus, we're talking about the same person. Whether you know him as Jesus or Yeshua, we're talking about the same person.
Hey.
Just if you could, just give us a little space, please.
What is his name?
His name is Yahushua. He knows him as Yeshua. You know him as Jesus. What you want to call him doesn't change who he is.
Exactly.
So Jesus
But look,
is the creator.
I believe exactly what you believe in this flower.
Hold on, you said what? Jesus is what? His father's the creator. No one's a creator? Do you have parents?
Nope.
You don't have parents. You just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's great. That's interesting. I just met somebody who doesn't have parents. Do you have parents? You have parents, right? They created him.
Of course I fucking have parents.
There you go. There you go. They created you, so somebody's a creator. There are lots of creators. Have you ever seen a painting? People create paintings.
How are you fucking just believe in one thing? You don't fucking know.
Of course I do. You don't know.
I don't know.
You not knowing doesn't mean I don't know.
You know what? I picked this flower, and that's right now.
Okay.
It's fucking delicious.
Okay. Are you a historian by chance?
I don't know what I am.
Are you proficient in the study of history?
Not at all.
Not at all. But do you believe anybody is? Do you believe that
Not
there
at all.
are
Not at all.
historians?
Not at all.
You don't believe there's a single
No, I
historian?
believe you're definitely not historian.
I didn't claim to be. I asked
Okay,
if you
okay.
believe anybody is a historian.
No, we're having a conversation.
Throw her in her leg. Throw her in her leg.
No, don't throw her anywhere. Just get her someplace safe, all right? She needs some help. She needs some help. Yeah, and some water. Make sure she drinks lots of water, please. Anyway, forgive me, brother. As I was saying, we recently just went to Atlanta for the Hebrew Summit, where many Hebrew camps were. Not all of us agree on every single little thing. We can nitpick all day if we want to, but we put those things aside and understand that we serve the same God, we have the same King, and we follow the same doctrine. The doctrine, according to the Bible, is forsake ye not my law.
Hey, same with this though. Like, I know I'm an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Because the Most High woke me up for a reason.
Okay.
But Judah always be vexing on us. You ain't no Israel, you got straight hair, you ain't got no woolly hair, so it gets me pissed. Because I got a lot of Facebook brothers that in the truth, right?
Right.
And I'm like, show me a verse where it says all the 12 tribes were Negro with woolly hair. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can't do it.
I know, but
They're being carnal.
It gets me pissed. And then when
Yeah.
we go back against it, they're like, oh, it's all Mexican, light, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of that because they said we're going to go against each other, this and that, but we'll go through the same curses.
And that's prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
it
prophet.
gets me pissed, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you have to understand, right, that these things are happening because the Most High God said they were going to happen, right? And there's really no way around it. The only way to get that to stop is for all of us to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, so these prophecies can keep being fulfilled. We can get the kingdom, and it says Judah would no longer vex Ephraim, and Ephraim would no longer envy Judah. Judah is just vexing Ephraim. That's what's happening, right? I don't agree with it, but I see it happening, and I understand why it happens.